Hey guys, today is a grocery haul. Not necessarily a grocery, but meat haul. We try to buy ground beef at our local meat processor, which we're going next week, but I couldn't pass up this deal. This is for me canning ground beef, and I'm going to show you how I do it in a few minutes, but I want to show you my grocery haul. First off, we don't eat a lot of pork. Danny doesn't eat it at all, but I do on occasion, and we have people in and out that I need to feed. So pork is an option, and it's usually very cheap. Here today we got a fresh, I guess you would say a pork loin. This is about, I would say pretty close to 30 pork chops, no bones. This was a pork loin, 9 pounds, $16.40, and they cut it for free. All I got to do is wrap, guys. That's enough meals to feed quite a lot of people, and as many people as we have in and out, quite a few of them will eat pork. So this is a great way to have extra meat on the homestead. Okay, these are, I guess they would say shoulder roast. Yeah, because it's shoulder roast. $3 a pound. Okay, the steaks that are cut out of these are approximately $6 to $8 a pound. Some of them were higher than that. Some of them were up to $11 and $12 a pound. But Danny's going to cut this in half and then cut small steaks out of each one. We should have 12 steaks when he gets through for $18. Not a bad haul for beef. Now for anybody that likes day-old ground beef, there's nothing wrong with this meat. It was packaged yesterday. This is 5.5 pounds for $10, marked down from 16, so I saved $6 there. Again, with this one, $6 difference. I saved $12 on these two things, and I'm going to can it, guys. We're going to show you how I can in a few minutes, but for this, I'll pack it in my jars. It cans well, and I've used ground beef a couple of days ago that was 2.5 years old, so I know ground beef will stay in jars at least 2.5 years. I don't like to leave it a long time. I like to use it, but I wouldn't package it for, say, 5 years. But within 2 to 3 years, ground beef is really good in a jar. So this is my grocery haul. You see here? I've got these packaged, some of them in 3s and some of them in 2 packs. Guys, this is 35 pork chops. 35 for $16. That's pretty good for these little, what you call breakfast chops, I guess you would say. 35 times I can eat this year. Okay guys, those 3 shoulder roasts turned into 12 beautiful steaks. I want to show you a little bit about how I can ground beef. Now the Ball book does not have a canned ground beef, the one that I was looking at. I went online. This is the way I did it before. I haven't been big on canning ground beef. That's something I stayed away from because I wasn't sure we would like the flavor or anything. But we do. It makes great tacos. It's good in spaghetti sauces. It's really, really, really good in most anything that you need meat in. If you make shepherd's pies, anything that you need some ground beef in, already cooked, this will work. And what I do is I push everything down in, and you want it packed really, really well. You add nothing to it. I put a touch of salt in the bottom just because salt preserves and I wanted salt. But pretty much you pack the jar as packed full as you can get it. And then on the stove I have my hot water with my lids. And I'm going to put my lids on it. I'm going to pack a little bit more because it's not quite to the rim. And you see I'm just pushing it. Getting the air bubbles out, things like that. Okay, one down. We're going to do a whole canner. I have 10 pounds of meat. I should be able to get at least 8 to 9 pints out of this. We're going to see how many, and then we're going to put our rings and our flaps and our rings on and put them in the canner. We're going to cook it for an hour and a half at 10 pounds of pressure. Okay guys, this was my meat haul for probably a couple of months or better, 2-3 months, there's no telling. We're going to the Stevens Packing and get some ground beef that we like to eat in hamburgers, but this is enough for a while to add to our stash. It will be more long-term storage as we need something quick fix, and I don't need to come in and cook something right quick. I can make tacos and spaghettis and stuff with this meat already. And the whole haul for the day was under 60 bucks. That's pretty good. I ended up with 9 pints of ground beef in jars. 3 packages here that's going in the freezer. I ended up with 35 pork chops and 12 steaks. The steaks are about this big. That's enough for me and Danny. We don't need a big steak. We could have left them in the big thing, but I thought 12 is better than 6 because that gives us enough for a meal. So you can see for under 60 bucks, all the meat that we ended up with. Steaks, pork chops, and ground beef. I think it's an awesome haul, and if you can't raise your own, like us, we're getting into all our meat storage. We've done well with the rabbits. The chickens are done pretty good. They've kept us in some meat. And we had the mutton. The mutton we're still eating on. We're getting into the turkeys. Before long we'll have baby turkeys born. We're raising more chickens so that the chickens that we have that are 2 years old will be butchered. Then we are getting into our goats and our cows. We have the pigs, so we have those that we can breed again or butcher. We're gearing up, guys. We're going to have our own meat. It's been our plan all along, is little at a time until we have what we need to sustain ourselves with meat. But in the meantime, you find this meat on sale, guys, buy it, store it up one way or another, freeze it, can it, whatever you got to do. Buy the meat on sale and have more than you would if you just go buy one little pack of ground beef. I think I looked, one small pack, a little over a pound or around a pound, $4 or $5. Okay, for 20 bucks, I got 12 packs for 20 bucks. I would have got 4 if I'd have bought the little individual things. So you do the math. I think it's a really good deal on all accounts. I've just taken the ground beef out of the canner, and as you can see a lot of juice. I put no liquid whatsoever in this. And you can see it's still bubbling. It's very, very hot. And we have 9 pints. And that is how I can ground beef, guys.